Hello and welcome, my dear friends. This is Sasha with Divine Healing Journey. And today, for the reading I'm doing, I was really drawn to this card. This is a deck of cards my boyfriend bought, and I was like, wow, this is beautiful. And it just gave me, this morning, it gave me vibes that I needed to pick it up and reflect on it. And I was telling myself I had to do a reading. And then I was like, this is the reading. So what I'm getting from this card is rebirth and rejuvenation, like a period of rest that allows powerful transformation. We are in the month of May, and I've already been picking up that May is going to be hugely transformative for mostly the air and earth signs. If you haven't checked out those zodiac readings that I put up for the month of May, you might want to take a look at them, especially if you're an air or an earth sign. There's been massive amounts of personal transformation that's forecasted for the month of May. So no surprises there. However, I wanted to take a look at what we need to know to best navigate these energies in this month. Or, this is going to be a timeless reading. So whenever you're going to be within a time of profound personal transformation and change is when this reading is going to be good for you. So for all of the piles, I'm going to start off by just picking up the energies for the specific piles, and I'm just going to go from there basically. So take the time to see in the beginning of the reading if you're resonating with the energies that are presenting themselves, and then you'll be able to determine just from that if this is the reading for you or not. And if it's not, maybe you were attracted to two or more piles and you were curious to go take a look. So maybe allow yourself to view a bit of the video before you decide that the pile isn't for you. I have a feeling that I'm going to be tapping into multiple different energies. So even if you're not resonating with the beginning of the energy check-in, you might be resonating with, what's in the later half of just that introductory moment. So take your time with these piles. I feel like they're going to bring about powerful messages for how to help yourself navigate and transform in these energies. So let me introduce your piles. We have first, this is citrine, for those of you who want to see the stone up close. Raw citrine, I'm not sure how you English folks say it. And with the Light Seer's Tarot. All right, and then pile number 2. We have this blue cavern type of stone. I'm not sure what it is. I bought these stones like a really long time ago and I don't remember what they are. And this one is going with the Witch's Tarot. And we have the Appetite Tower. Bought it recently, so I remember. And this is the Everyday Tarot for pile number 3. Pocket size edition for my tiny hands. Woohoo! And finally, we have this green guy who bought at the same time as this one. No clue what it is. Maybe you do. Let me know in the comments if you do. And we have the Tarot of the Divine for pile 4. So take your time, feel into the energies of the piles or the stones, whatever calls most to you, and allow yourself to feel and be guided into listening from within to your intuition to feel which pile feels the most good or feels like it could be fear too. Maybe you're like resisting looking at a pile entirely and maybe you need to just focus on that one. However this shows up for you. It's a good exercise for your intuition. All right, so let's start off with pile 1. I'll see you in the readings. Hello and welcome, my dear pile 1, to your rebirth and rejuvenation reading. I was really going to say to you at the beginning there. Welcome to you, to finding yourself from within, to this journey of healing that we all embark on when we're brave enough to accept that we need healing. So I am already channeling, for those of you who are wondering why I'm speaking these words. This is where the resonating is going to start. So if you feel like you've been struggling for a long time and you don't know how to get free from that struggle because it feels like everything you do keeps you going around in circles, in a loop, in cycles, like keep repeating, this is your reading. This pile is going to be about self-work, working on our worth too, but our confidence. This is what's changing in I was going to say in the month of May, but whenever you're getting this reading, the energy I'm picking up for this pile specifically is going to be about personal change and personal power. And confidence obviously goes with this. But being sovereign within our own personal power is the theme of this pile. So if that resonates, this is your reading. You're reading, welcome. Definitely inner child work too, because this makes me think of the solar plexus chakra. All right, let's pick up on energies for the pile 1 folk. Energies for pile 1 folk. What is their current energy for the people who will be choosing pile 1, who are choosing pile 1, who resonate with pile 1? What are the energies of pile 1 here, Spirit, please? What are the energies of pile 1? Energies of pile 1. One more. There we go. Okay. Let's start with this. So current energies. We have the Ten of Swords as the bottom of the deck. So this is kind of like the overall energy we can see you being in. Usually the Ten of Swords is about betrayal, backstabbing, defeat, lying on the ground, resting on, being dead in a sort of way. And 10 is in abundance, right? So right now, because this is swords and because we have crows and it's not depicted in the traditional way that we see the Ten of Swords, I'm feeling like this is a lot of mental struggle. It's kind of like you kind of know where you need to go, but you have no clue how to get there. You can see the destination beyond, but you do not have wings to fly yourself there. There's a treacherous terrain awaiting you, apparently. This is what you see. And again, we have the yellow. So again, with the solar plexus, I really feel that this is going to be about confidence and mastering your own mind. Ten of Swords. Swords is the air energy. It's the thoughts. How are you holding yourself back in your own thoughts? How are you discouraging yourself in your thoughts? What are the words going through your mind that are keeping you small and keeping you stuck here instead of getting where you want to be? So that's going to be the energy for pile 1. Okay. So let's take a look at current energies for pile 1. We have the King of Swords. Exactly. So really, really in the head and with a need of mastery within. I feel like this is where this card is looking at. So I do feel like this is going to be the end of the reading for you. This is where you want to be. This is where you want to be headed. So I'm going to start from the bottom of this pile instead. Where are we beginning? In the Four of Cups, absolutely. This dissatisfaction, this not appreciating where you are. And I'm getting, because all of these cups are empty, for some of you, there's a real need to dive into your emotions. I feel like there's a complete disconnect from your reality, from your emotional reality and your physical reality. Things are a certain way, but you're refusing to see them that way, and that's all in the mind, which we already saw with the Ten of Swords here. So your mind is keeping you disempowered, pile 1. That's what I'm picking up on. Your mind is keeping you feeling stuck and small and dissatisfied with your reality. I'm really getting that you're not seeing the full picture. You're not seeing the truth of things. You're staying stuck. You're staying stuck in this melancholy of perceiving that you don't have what you need when you do. Let's keep going. The Eight of Wands. Once you start realizing, look at how this is the same energy from this side. What you're ignoring is what's going to bring you the most change, the most rapid change. But you need to be willing to acknowledge that you're looking the wrong way here. Even this card is looking this way, and you are currently in the energy of looking away from your blessings, from whatever wants to come in for you. I feel like you're ignoring the inner work that needs to be done, but once you do focus on that, when you choose to work on your emotional self, there's going to be rapid transformation appearing for you. Yeah, the Knight of Swords, very rapid transformation that will occur once you take accountability for your own mindset, for the way you choose to view things instead of how they are, or how they could potentially be as well. You have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a choice that you have to make for yourself from within. No one can make this choice for you. No one can make this transformation happen other than you, by choosing to shift your mindset, shift your focus. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, exactly. This shift will bring about the rapid transformation that you need for a new beginning that brings you exactly where you want to be the master of your own mind, where your mind doesn't hold you back, it pushes you forward. It shows you the right way to go. And you're not scared of being wrong. You're not scared of going the wrong way. There's this idea of right or wrong that you're really, really stuck in, when really there's just what is, you know? A lot of us stop our own evolution when we choose to focus on external perception, how people will view us, or how we're scared that people will view us. The energy of swords can also be that of fear. I'm curious, I need to see what's underneath here. The Five of Pentacles, yeah, feeling left out in the cold, feeling alone, feeling dissatisfied, like we saw already. So swords being the energy of thoughts, you're stuck in your own head, in your own misery. Your thought patterns, what thoughts, what words you speak to yourself or you think to yourself are what's keeping you stuck, keeping you feeling isolated and dissatisfied with your reality. It's all in your mind, this dissatisfaction. You're not appreciating what is around you. I feel also like you keep chasing after the wrong things. Or you're seeing your goal as being way further ahead than where you are, and you can't possibly hope to catch up to it. But this is, again, just an illusion, just a fear, a thoughtful or a fearful thought that's keeping you stuck behind. Because realistically, like, a motorcycle cannot go off on its own, right? It's an inanimate object. Even if it was powered on and like, it wouldn't go far because it would just end up wobbling because no one's holding on to the handles, right? It would just fall and you'd be able to catch up to it. So it's only in your mind that you're not where you're supposed to be, you know, on this bike. You can still move really quickly forward on your own, and you need to learn to rely on your own physicality, your own self, your own vessel. You need to take care of your vessel as well. You need to tame your relationship with your body, whatever that is for you specifically. There's this need to reconnect to, I'm really drawn to how, like, one of these is physical and the other one is not. You need to balance the physical aspect of life with the more spiritual aspect of life. I feel like you're either putting all of your energy in the physical or putting all of your energy into the immaterial, when you need to learn to balance both here. And once you do balance is when the magic can happen. You know, you will have the physicality of it in your hands, but it's still floating above. You know, there's magic all around this, which can be seen here. Magic will come of balancing these two energies, is the message that I'm getting for you. Mastery comes from accepting both your physical reality and your spiritual reality, and mastery comes from getting them to combine together into a whole, into recognizing the wholeness of these two aspects, not as separate, but as one and the same. I feel like what's going on for you, pile one, is that you're going to be balancing your inner energies. You're going to bridge the physical and spiritual, if you will. That's your, I was going to say, your job here. That's your purpose here. To get out of your mind, to balance your heart and your mind. I had emotions here. Balance your heart and your mind, but also your masculine and your feminine energies. And I'm getting the solar plexus here from this Ace of Pentacles. So definitely a need to work on the self here. On the inner child too. On recognizing that you're both more and less. That you're all and nothing. That you know, like, the concept of oneness is something that you need to embody at this present moment. To be able to get where you want to be going from where you are. There's a process, and you need to trust that process. But you also need to participate in it. You can't just be someone who looks and is like, well, when are the changes going to come in? They're never going to come in if you don't allow them to. If you don't open up to seeing that reality. It's like you know the magic is there. You can feel it. You can touch it. Sorry. You know the magic is there. This is the magic. This is you touching it, feeling it. You know it's there, but you choose to ignore it. You choose to focus on what you don't have instead of investigating what you do have. I feel like this might be connected with some spiritual or psychic powers if you want. And it's 11:11 as I say that on the recording time. So definitely I need to dive within and accept your own spirituality. And I'm getting like a huge resistance in regards to that. And I feel like maybe some of you might be religious. And I'm just here to say that being religious does not make you spiritual. Religion is used as a tool for control of the masses. What religion was versus what it is now, they're not the same. You can be religious without being spiritual. And spiritual is the part that you need. So maybe for some of you, it's a call to put your religion aside. Choose to not be controlled by outside forces anymore and choose to trust the guidance you receive from within, which is spirituality. Religion dictates, spirituality allows. Religion is closed and like structured. It's this or fuck off. Spirituality is, well, I choose this or not choose. I know this. What do you know? You know, it's like this, spirituality is healthy and religion is not. That's how I'm going to put it. Some of you will be very triggered by this, and that's okay. What you need to do when you're triggered is figure out what exactly is pushing your buttons and why. Why do you choose to allow this to affect you? What does that say about you? That is how you start the inner work here. Okay, so I want to take a look at what is the theme in your transformation. What is the theme in your transformation here? Rebirth and rejuvenation. What is the theme for pile 1 in this rebirth and rejuvenation? Or a main theme to help them? Yes. Main theme to help pile 1 in moving through these energies. I feel like I have one more to grab. Okay, there we go. Let's start with these and go from there. So, main theme to help out. We have crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. So definitely what I'm getting from this card in regards to your situation, pile 1, is really the need to go from within. I'm seeing it's obviously the feet here of the dove. They're the claws and everything, but it looks like a broken heart, right? I feel like whatever your situation is personally, there's been a detachment of what you thought you knew and the truth of things. And this is represented in this 4 of Cups energy here too. You're recognizing that your external reality, what they say is not what they do. There's a lack of being genuine here, of authenticity. There's no authenticity where you are. There's something keeping people small and disconnected from themselves is what I'm getting. And the crown chakra is where we allow information from the universe to come in. So working on your crown chakra is definitely something you need to do in addition to working on your solar plexus as well. Allow yourself to feel the connection, not just within yourself, with yourself, but outside of yourself, with your environment as well. With the earth, with nature is what I mean by environment. I don't mean people. I really mean the energies that were here before. And we also have third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. Okay, I thought about sharing this with you just with this card, but now that this one is coming up as well, I really need to share this with you. I have this pie stone. I'm doing a course about, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank. Maybe you're just not supposed to hear about this yet. Anyways, okay, I won't talk about that then. I'll just talk about this. So when I started, when I opened up this reading with myself, I always take a little bit of time to connect with my guides, with my guides and my angels. And I've used this pie stone just before and I kissed it and I put it on my third eye and then I put it on my crown. And I opened another chakra around it. So the Moonite Key rites that I'm doing with Happy Twins 1111 with Charlotte. So the fact that these two energies, when I only touched my own third eye and my own crown with this pie stone, maybe you need to ground yourself. This is Tiger's Eye. So I feel like there's a need for rituals that help you connect with nature to ground you. but also activations in the upper chakras, probably the throat too, because these are the 3 upper chakras. You have the solar plexus, sacral, and root as the lower chakras. But definitely you need to let yourself see the truth here and to accept it, to allow it. Balancing the feminine and masculine energies from within is exactly this process. Inner vision, clear seeing. Yeah, allowing yourself to see the truth of the situation instead of choosing to stay stuck in it. All right, clarifiers for these cards, please. 1 clarifier for these cards. Focus on healing for, yeah, soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Exactly. You don't need to stay in this dissatisfied energy of the 4 of Cups. You don't need to. Oh, sorry. This is a new setup I'm trying out, and clearly I don't like it. I keep bumping it. I enjoy that you guys get to see the cards like this, but it's difficult to maneuver and navigate when I'm trying to. There's so many distractions when I'm trying to channel. I also feel this one, Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening, and this happens, you know, by balancing these energies. So I'm gonna put this right over here so we can keep it too in the reading. So pile 1 for healing. It's really, really, really about going within and balancing the stuff from within. So I feel like some of you will need therapy. You'll need to talk to someone to be able to get out all of the old junk that's been squashed down in there, probably by religion. That's the reason why it came up, probably for some of you. But also, I'm really drawn to just the word family. Some of you, your upbringing was less than ideal, and I feel like you're putting the weight, all of the weight of bad parenting onto your own shoulders instead of recognizing that both of your parents are human and they have their flaws and they have their wounding, and that translates in how they chose to parent you. They did the best they could with what they had, and for some of them, they didn't have much. They probably had very little, and so they could give very little. So my advice here is to look at what they could give in a good eye, and then drop what, like, don't focus on all their wrongdoings. Or don't, you know, like, don't start a conversation with them by saying like, oh, you were terrible, you were this. You might even just feel the need to distance, which is perfectly all right. But your focus is on self-healing right now. It's on going within and finding the answers you need and really seek from within, so that they can alleviate your fears and your worries, and they can stop keeping you stuck by doing the inner work. All right, so next I want to take a look at some healing mantras that you can use in your healing journey. Pile 1, healing mantras for pile 1. Healing mantras for pile 1. And all the decks I'm using are going to be listed in the description box below, so don't worry. Okay. We have integrating the ego. Yeah, your ego is what's keeping you stuck. Your mind can be referred to as your ego, because usually when we need to control everything, it comes from the mind. It's our ego overreacting to the situation that we're in trying to protect us, sure, but obviously that's not the intended, or that's not the result that we're getting. Everything is for me, not against me. Everything is for me, not against me. This is a mantra you should repeat throughout this transformation cycle for as long as it lasts for you. Integrating the ego. Everything is for me, not against me. Yeah, I was picking up a lot of victim mentality in the 4 of Cups energy here. So this is, again, a need to go from within, figure out your own flaws. Never mind that of other people. Never mind the flaws of other people and focus on your own. Instead of being dissatisfied that other people aren't doing the inner work, do your own inner work. Stop pushing the blame. Stop putting it on other people's shoulders when you're the one who's not being accountable with yourself right now. That's nobody's fault but your own. We also have asking for angelic support. So yeah, because you're feeling so stuck, There's so much resistance in this pile. Like, the more I speak, I feel the more it triggers you, and the more it triggers you, the less you want to hear what I have to say. Keep in mind that this is for you, not against you. This is exactly the energy that I'm picking up. You are your own worst enemy right now. And as long as you choose to keep your head in the sand, you're going to stay there. And I love that there's sand in this picture to really illustrate this. As long as you choose to keep your head in the sand, you're going to be in this energy of being left out in the cold, of feeling like you're ignored, like people don't take you seriously, or whatever it is that you're struggling with at the moment that has to do with your confidence and with your ability to move forward. It's all in your head. So when you realize this is when you have the power to change it. But you have to acknowledge it. You have to accept that about yourself before you can transform it. There's a lot of self-acceptance that needs to be done here about your own flaws. I feel like you're good at celebrating what you're good at, but you're not good at taking an honest look at yourself and being like, this is not working for me and it's my own fault and I have the power to change it. All right, so asking for angelic support. You don't have to do this alone. Like, my angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. This might just be the first step you need to take. Being authentic about how you feel instead of just pushing those emotions down and ignoring them. And you will get the outside help that you need when you start helping yourself from within. What happens within is reflected without. So work on yourself from within, give yourself the help you need right now, and other people will be inclined to give you the help you need as well from outside. But this has to start from within. This has to start from within. I'm gonna put this here. There will be no progress as long as you do not want there to be progress. The moment you choose you want progress, you will take the steps you need to take. But you are the only one keeping yourself small and holding yourself back here. That's the message you're meant to hear. And if you need help on how to move forward, please comment below what your situation is, and I'll try and offer the most help that I can. And giving you the messages maybe you need to hear further than this reading. I am working on my own website right now where I will be able to offer not only personal readings, but also Akashic record healings. So this should come to fruition either this month or next month, where this website will be open. It will be divinehealingjourney.com. So maybe just create a tab there where you can visit that website and check what you need to do to help yourself, to heal yourself. All right, and finally I want to take a look at what energy needs special care or attention right now. So I'm going to be reading this card directly from the book. I'll interpret it first myself, but I'll read it from the book as well because they're so powerful. These are the Egyptian gods cards. So let's take a look. Pile 1. What energy needs special care or attention in this moment for pile 1? What energy needs special care or attention for pile 1? One card. No. I feel like patience is part of it too. Like, you're really impatient with yourself and it's causing you to be impatient with other people. I feel that's why this reading was so slow. Even I had difficulty accessing what I needed to access, but I really feel like that's your impatience, pile 1. So focus on healing. Exactly. Selkis. And it's a number 33. So 3 for me is the number of the divine feminine. It's the number of the Empress, but it's also a number about collaboration, I find. I'm getting just from this imagery that you need to cut off the head of the snake of your own worries and trouble. And I'm really getting this snake as the Adam and Eve story snake, where it's the one giving the bad information to Eve, telling her to eat the apple even though she's not supposed to. I feel like this is your mind. This is your mind telling you to do the things that serve you the least. And this is your power coming in and be like, enough, no more of this. Cats have really magical properties. I have a black cat and he is notorious for healing my chakras. So if you have a black cat, let them lay on you wherever they want to lay on you. Mine works especially with the lower chakras, so the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. But I'm really getting the vibe of root and solar plexus are important here. So let me read this card for you from the book. All right, we have Selkis and healing. If you want to take a picture. Divinity of magic and occult powers. She is depicted as a woman with a scorpion on her head, her symbol. She possesses absolute power over all poisonous creatures because she represents the poison and the antidote at the same time, just like them. And I'm just going to pause here and just point at this reading. You are your own poison and you are your own antidote. We had this already with your thoughts getting in the way, your ego getting in the way of your authentic self. You are the antidote that you seek to your own poison. Like the scorpion, she is the sign of death and rebirth. She who gives the kiss of death and the breath of new life. You need to cross the threshold in order to come to a new life. Absolutely, you need to make those changes for yourself. Nobody can do them for you. Selkis invites you to recognize and accept your dual, benign and malignant nature. Your duality, combining it both, like I was picking up on. Learn to control your poisonous side, giving space to that part of you that has the capacity to heal. Absolutely. So like I was saying, inside work is what you're going to need at this point in time, Pile 1. I'm wishing you the best. I'm keeping you in my heart, and I'm hopefully helping you energetically to face your own truths and allowing you to, step into your personal power, with confidence, discovering your own potential. Whatever doubts have been plaguing you, throw them in the garbage and do what you want to do, that you've been wanting to do, that these doubts have been holding you back from doing, from accomplishing. All right, so that was your final bit of advice, Pile 1. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you feel you want to do. And if you need to connect and get further guidance from me in the comments, please feel free to do that. And yeah, so take care in this transformation. Take good care of yourself physically and also mentally. And rebalance a bit of everything. Also emotionally, rebalance a little bit of everything that's going on within you. Just sit still and be with yourself and listen to your body and let it tell you what it needs. And listen. And then do it. So inner reflection that leads to outward realization. All right. So take care, Pile 1. I will leave you here for real now. And yeah, I'll hope to see you again on my readings. Take care. Bye. Hello and welcome, Pile 2, to your reading of Rebirth and Rejuvenation. If you've chosen this hollow cave and the Witch's Tarot, this is your reading. So first off, because I picked up on the energy of the citrine for Pile 1, I want to pick up on this energy too. So I'm getting the sense of someone who keeps themselves really, really small and hidden. Someone who has huge potential and is a beautiful person, but who does not have maybe the confidence to shine. So maybe you want to take a look at Pile 1, because the citrine was about confidence for that pile. So maybe you were drawn to it. If you were, I encourage you to take a look at that reading as well. But for now, let's focus on Pile 2. I'm getting someone who doesn't see the light at the end of the tunnel either. Someone who's really, really deep in the cave and they don't know how to get out. All right. So, Pile 2. Rebirth and Rejuvenation. I'm getting a lot of fear, so definitely staying small and staying stuck where you are feels more comfortable, and so you're going to choose to stay there because it's not challenging. However, because it's not challenging, it's not offering you the opportunity for growth, and you're just going to keep feeling stuck and dissatisfied until you choose to get out of the cave and show your real self. Kind of like the phoenix, when it dies, it burns to ashes and then it springs back out of its ashes. But when it is birthed in the ashes, it's surrounded by darkness, right? But it has to push through, move all the ashes out of the way so that it can surface again in all its glory. And I feel like this is the transformation that's occurring for you, Pile 2. So let's take a look at the current energies for Pile 2. Current energies for Pile 2, please. Current energies for pile 2. When I initially chose these decks, this one was really, really hot and burning to me. So which is good with the theme of the Phoenix, I guess. Sorry, let's just get this out. All right, so we have our 6 cards. And the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Swords in reverse, which is not surprising to me from what I was picking up on with this rock. The 9 of Swords is about anxieties and your mind being your worst enemy. Because this is blocked energies, because it's a reversed card, I feel like the message of this card is that you're choosing to ignore your anxieties and your worries instead of facing them. You're choosing to stay stuck and in this energy of the, oh my God, poor me, this victim mentality, this drama queen energy, instead of facing yourself truthfully, instead of fighting your own fears and your demons. You're choosing to be victim to them because it's easier that way. Because then you can say that it's not your responsibility. I'm picking up self-betrayal a lot from this pile. So let's take a look. All right. So let's start off with the High Priest in reverse. Blocking your own access to your own inner knowing, the knowledge, the infinite knowledge that you possess, because I feel like you have a very strong connection with the universe, but you're not letting yourself, it's 333 on the recording as I'm saying that, so you're not letting yourself tap into it. And 3 is the number of the Empress, so the divine feminine energy. Maybe you need to rebalance here, masculine and feminine energies. If you're too much in your feminine energy in the way that it's, you know, devouring everything, like you take everything and take and take and take and nothing satisfies you, which is this energy that I'm picking up on as well, that's distorted feminine energy. So maybe you need to work on your masculine energy. Let's take a look at the other cards. But definitely blocking your own knowledge, your own access to your own knowledge, to the infinite knowledge of the universe. The King of Pentacles, so definitely blocked masculine energy because this is blocked as well. The King of Pentacles is the one who's like absolute sovereign of his environment. I feel like he's the most feminine of the masculine energies because he's more of a magnet. He is capable of attracting what he needs as well, which is a feminine energy quality. But I feel like the King of Pentacles is soft enough. He's strong enough to be a trailblazer, but he's also soft enough to receive this guidance, this inner knowing. But this is blocked energy for you. So I feel regardless of your gender isn't important when we're talking about masculine and feminine energies here. Because we all have both. And for some of us, we're going to be more in masculine energy even if we have a female body. And for some of us, we'll be more in feminine energy even if we have a male body. It's all about how you feel about yourself. It's not about, you know, your physical representation. Although that can be a clue for some people. But yeah, definitely blocked masculine energy. Blocked strength, blocked personal strength and knowledge is what I'm getting from these 2 cards. Blocking your own sovereignty in your environment. Okay, what else? We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, again, so more blocked energies. I feel like things will not move forward for you the way you want them to as long as this is not addressed. We also have the 4 of Swords. Exactly. You need to be in this resting energy for you to reconnect from within to the disowned masculine within you. We also have the 2 of Wands. Again, you can't make a decision as long as you don't know where you want to be going. And you will never know where you want to be going as long as your masculine energy is blocked. And finally, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is going to require time and work. I heard selfless. Selflessly taking the... No, that doesn't work. Selfishly taking the time you need? I'm not sure. Let me take a look at these. Why selfless? Okay, I'm getting the sense that you're the self-sacrificing kind. And that it's never for your own benefit. Which in and of itself is a good thing, but when you're not balanced from within, that also means that you're not allowing yourself to receive. So you might be someone who overgives and doesn't allow themselves to receive, or you're someone who takes everything without giving back. So I'm getting both types of energies, and the wonderful thing is that regardless of which resonates the most for you, which is going to be the one you resist, I feel. Whatever we resist the most is what we do not want to acknowledge about ourselves. So keep that in mind. I was on a roll there, and then like I thought, and my thought got in the way, and now I don't know where to go anymore. I feel like this is probably relevant energy for you, that sometimes like you'll get so enmeshed in something that your thoughts are not the ones guiding your actions. Someone else's thoughts are guiding your actions. Someone else is taking control of your mind by keeping you small and stuck. If it's not yourself, if you're not knowingly doing this, even if you choose to ignore that fact, you still have that knowledge even if you choose to ignore it. Like I said, you will not move forward from where you are if you don't balance the feminine and masculine energies within. That is what you need to know. And you need to do this through rest. And you won't be able to make decisions as long as you're not putting in the work. The decisions you will take won't bring you where you want to go as long as you're not putting in the inner work. And you need to be able to rest to do this inner work because it's going to ask a lot out of you. But it's going to be infinitely worthwhile because once this unblocks, these two unblock as well, you'll be able to magnetically bring in everything that you need, and you'll have all of the infinite knowledge that you need to bring about this ambition. The guidance you're looking for now cannot reach you because you are refusing it, is what I'm getting. Okay, so I want to take a look at a main theme for healing for pile 2 in regards to this rebirth and rejuvenation. How to best help pile 2 heal during this transformation. How to best help pile 2 heal during this transformation. Where does the focus need to lie? Okay. Okay, so we have Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. Look how beautiful this card is. I love this deck so much. It's the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle, but all of these decks will be listed down below, don't worry, but I love this deck so much, I just got it. I feel like celebrating your accomplishments is something you need to do. Looking back on your life, you need to be able to pinpoint times when you were proud of yourself, when you followed your own intuition, when you followed your own inner guidance in your life that's brought you, and not your inner guidance like your thoughts, your inner knowing, your inner knowledge. When have you followed that and it's brought you either exactly where you want it to be, or it's brought you even more than you anticipated you could ever get? That's your intuition. That's your feminine energy. There's a real need to come back into your own sovereign power, to stop giving your power away to the people around you. To be honest with yourself, to dive within and to be honest with yourself about how you've allowed people to treat you, how you're still allowing people to treat you, how you are choosing to treat yourself, and how you're allowing yourself to be treated. You have to come back to the idea that this is always your choice. You can always say no. You can always tell someone to leave, if they're not welcome in your environment. And if you're not comfortable in an environment, you are allowed to leave as well, pile 2. Whenever something does not reflect your inner truth, don't stay there. Don't stay around these people. Don't allow that to bring your vibration down any more than it already is. And we have Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. Yeah, but you need to be the one creating your path. As long as someone else is creating your path for you, it's not yours, and so it is the wrong path. What comes from you will always be divinely guided, and that's what you need to trust. I'm really drawn to the fact that there's 2 Akashic here, so maybe you want to do some subconscious healing here. So either through hypnotherapy or something that brings you out of your conscious mind into the subconscious to see what kind of wounds are lingering there. Because maybe the reason why you're feeling so out of control is because you have a lot of wounds from past lives that are coming up and are in your current life vibration. So you might be affected by things you're like, what the hell? I've never experienced this in my life. Why does it keep coming up? That's the thing with wounds in the subconscious. It's an energy that is brought forth in this current life for it to be healed again. Or again, for it to be healed. So I will be opening up a website soon where I will be offering Akashic Records healing. So you might want to keep a look out for that, because clearly this is something that would help you, and it's going to force me to kick myself in the butt to get that ball rolling, because I feel like a lot of people are going to need subconscious help this way, and I am available to help heal that. I just need to stop being so scared of my own power and potential, which I feel is something you can probably relate to. And definitely take a look at pile 1. I feel like you need to take a look at that pile as well, because I'm getting similar vibes but different. So all right, so let's clarify this help. How can you best help yourself in this transformation process? Okay, so 1, how to best help yourself in this transformation process. Pile 2. I feel like they go together. Okay, we'll see. So first off, we have get grounded. Absolutely. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. Absolutely. Go outside, spend time outside. I don't know where you are in the world, but if you have the possibility of spending time outdoors, because it's not too cold, because we're, in some parts of the world we're entering spring and then summer. In some parts it's the opposite. I hope for if you like summer, I hope it's the warm stuff that you're gonna get. We also have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Yeah. Into reconnecting with this divine masculine energy from within. And we have no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Remove yourself from the toxic energies that surround you. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I really feel like there needs to be a focus within for you, pile 2. To get to this transformation, this rebirth. It's going to be an inside job in your subconscious, in identifying your subconscious through your everyday actions. And a way to help you out with that is to get grounded, to allow for this energy to come in. All right, let's take a look at some healing mantras, something to keep in mind during this entire transformation process. I have 2 cards here already, so I'm going to trust that and take them. Yeah, that's it. That's what we need for you. All right, we have polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. Exactly, this is what I meant by an inside job. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. Polishing my heart. Reconnecting with your heart. And I feel that this is why the Star Mother came out. You need to reparent yourself into being able to be the master of your own internal reality. And once that happens, your external reality will fall in line, because your vibrational energy, what you emanate, is what you draw to you. So by fixing, by healing the wounds inside, that wound won't emanate a vibration anymore, and it won't call to itself the situations it needs in order to heal. So when we work on healing, we work on clearing our energy of things that we no longer want to support. We have overcoming fear. Yeah, what was I saying at the beginning there? Fear in the deepest part of the cave. I will transcend every loss. Every perceived loss, I think, is really important to mention here. Because loss is, again, something of the mind. When we understand that we are all connected and that, death is just another beginning. When we understand the way the universe works, we can be okay with losing things, because we understand that what leaves us is just not meant for us anymore. And when something leaves us, it's to make room for something new to come in and take its place. So appreciate what you've lost, but don't see loss as a bad thing. Sometimes we need to lose a lot of things in order to be able to find what actually serves us. I feel like you need to be the one to shine light on yourself, pile 2. Don't wait for someone to do it for you, because it's never going to happen. You need to take your courage, with 2 hands and just go for it. Oops. Alright, so I want to close off the reading with one of these cards, these Egyptian god cards. I want to take a look at what energy needs special care or attention on your part right now. What energy needs special care or attention from pile 2 during this transformation? Let's getting this one. Let's take a look. So we have Horus, stability and equilibrium, absolutely, from within. And like I said, once you do that work from within, it's going to be reverberated back to you from without, because you will have changed your energy. Stability and equilibrium. I'm going to read this out from the book because I'm feeling like that's important. All right, Horus, stability and equilibrium. If you want to take a picture. Okay, he is represented as a hawk or a hawk-headed man. His name means the distant one, the falcon with its majestic soaring and swooping in the sky. During a confrontation with the god Seth, Horus lost his left eye, which was then healed by the god Thoth. The eye was given the name the Eye of Horus. He embodies universal order and harmony. And you need to embody universal order and harmony from within. Put your trust in the god Horus, because everything will turn out fine. As with the albeit painful loss of false friends, I will transcend every loss. So thank whoever was there and let them go. Allow for better people who support you, who have the same vibration as you, or who want to uplift you to come in. On the physical plane, you will be wrapped in harmony. His presence advises you to show more awareness in the way you pay attention to your life, exactly how you choose to view things. He helps you to transform all things from an inferior to superior level from within. So this is a beautiful confirmation of everything I've picked up on your reading so far, pile 2. I hope it helps. I'm going to leave it here, I think. I don't feel like there's more to say. No, I really feel like all of your answers are going to come from within when you decide to trust yourself and to open yourself up to the possibility of being more than you've ever anticipated yourself being. I feel like you've always seen yourself in a really small way. And someone said this, I think it's Eso Taro who said this. She was like, she said this once and it resonated with me so deeply to the core of myself that it like shook me loose and was like, she's right. Like, I need to change things up. You are a dragon who's masquerading as an ant. I feel like you need to hear this too, pile 2. A dragon masquerading as an ant and believing yourself to be an ant and having the power of an ant when you are a dragon who has this massive power and possibility. So stop masquerading as the ant. All right, pile 2, I'm going to leave your reading here. I hope that it was helpful. And please like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to help my channel grow. And thank you so much for being here and for letting me read for you. I'm sending you all of the love and support that you need for this transformation. I'll keep you in my heart and in my thoughts. Maybe it'll help get you out of yours. Okay, so I hope to see you in another reading, and take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome, my dear pile 3, to your reading, Rebirth and Rejuvenation. If you've chosen the Apatite Tower. Okay, we're gonna just put this right here for you. Actually, I'll put it back in space. There. So if you've picked pile 3 for this reading, it's interesting because when I sat down, I was feeling like this energy of despair. And I feel like the moment I touched this apatite, I just felt that despair kind of drain away, and now I feel lighter. So maybe this is something that you're currently struggling with, pile 3. What energy for pile 3? Yeah, this despair and like this idea that nothing is ever going to change. That you're stuck where you are and there's no forward momentum available to you. Feeling very stuck. But the good news is this is a transformation reading. So these cards will help you to shift. The messages that I'm going to get from these cards is going to help you get out of this stuck energy. I'm just going to shuffle because I need more information than just it's really confusing. It's like my mind keeps going and going and going and going and going and going, and like I can't shut it up. So if that's something you can relate to, this is probably your pile. So pile 3, current energies, please. Current energies for pile 3. Current energies for pile 3. Rebirth and rejuvenation. Current energies. Current energies for pile 3. I'm just gonna get 6 cards here. That's been the norm so far. 2 more, please, Spirit. There we go. Okay. This one. Okay, fine, I'll trust it. Trust Spirit. So your bottom of the deck is a 6. Yeah, this is abundance, but blocked. So you're feeling the 6 of Pentacles for me is a card of abundance. And if this reversals for me just mean blocked. So like you can't see your own abundance. I just want to see it here. Kind of like you're feeling it's not fair. Like some people are getting way more than you when you deserve at least the same, if not more, in your perceptions of things. Like this general feeling of unfairness and like things aren't balanced. Like some people are getting things that they're not meant to be getting, and you're not getting all of what you're supposed to be getting. Some kind of energy like this. This dissatisfaction. Okay, let's take a look. Because these are smaller cards, maybe they just needed you just needed more. So yeah, let's take a look at current energies. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, feeling stuck. 9 of Wands is about being able to stand up on your own 2 feet and defend yourself and give yourself everything that you need, right? So when it's in reverse, it means that we're not capable of giving ourselves that kind of energy. That kind of love and consideration for some of you, I'm getting. We also have the Knight of Cups. I feel like you're waiting for someone to come in and give you what you need, but the message here is that no one can do that for you. You have to be the one to provide for yourself first before anyone can feel like it's all energy, right? If you are capable of giving to yourself the love that you want, then someone else will also be able to offer you that kind of love. You're only ever able to receive what you give out. So, or like your internal reality is reflected back to you in your external reality. And so if you want someone to come in and sweep you off your feet, you need to give yourself that kind of love before someone can be able to give you that, because otherwise you're just going to reject it anyways, because you're not used to that energy, because you're not used to receiving that in the first place. It's going to feel threatening and different to you, so you won't accept it. That's the change that needs to happen here for you, is to be the one to give yourself the love that you want and seek in the outside world, but you have to give it to yourself from within. You have to become your own best friend before you can expect a best friend to show up for you. Knight of Wands, also in reverse. I had the big call to flip that one. So Knight of Wands, your forward momentum is blocked as long as you don't, as long as you are not the one giving to yourself here. When you do, this card is going to unblock, and that person that you're waiting for is going to come charging in. For some of you, this is romance, because this is Cups and Wands energy, so fiery passion, passionate love. But yeah, this person cannot come in as long as you don't give yourself what you feel you need first. We also have the World in reverse. Yeah, you're blocking your own blessings from coming in by focusing on all the wrong things. Your focus is not where it should be, pile 3. It's on all the frivolous activity around you. I feel like I need to push these a little bit to the side because we have 2 more than the other piles. And I'm getting an energy of frustration because I feel like you've been waiting for someone to come into your life for a long time now to sweep you off your feet, but it's never happening, and you don't understand why. This is why. You need to be the one to give yourself the love you seek before you can expect anyone to give it to you in return. We also have the 4 of Cups in reverse. So instead of focusing on this dissatisfaction, that's what the Four of Cups is. Because it's in reverse, this is actually a good sign. It means that you can focus on giving yourself the love instead of waiting for someone to give it to you. Like I said, you need to realize that you're the only one who can give it to yourself. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this is going to take work from you, pile 3. It's not just going to magically happen into your life. We're seeing like a personal journey of progress here. Let's take a look at the other 2 cards. We have the Seven of Cups. Choices. You have to make the right choices for yourself. I'm going to push this again. We can get all the cards in. Yes, we can. I feel like yes, you can is something that you need to tell yourself. Not only that you can, but that you're worthy of receiving what you want, but you have to be the one to give it to yourself first. I don't know how many more times I'm going to say this in this reading, but it's really important for you, pile 3. You need to give yourself everything that you believe you want and need, or need is the focus here. You have to give yourself what you need before anyone can give it to you. And we have the Three of Wands, waiting for the blessings to come in, waiting for your ships to arrive. When you start making the right choices for you and actively working on yourself is when you can expect those ships to arrive. But as long as your focus is here and not on the inner work that you clearly need to be doing, you're not going to be receiving anything. You're going to be waiting forever because you won't be in the energy of receptivity. I just heard like a broken feminine energy. I feel like you were probably the kind of person who had to provide for yourself your entire life, and you're tired of it now because you're like, when is someone going to come in and help me? But you need to look at yourself objectively at everything that you've perceived you were giving to yourself so far. How were you doing it? Was it out of resentment? Was it out of happiness? What kind of emotion were you in? What kind of story did you build around you providing to yourself that makes you not want to provide to yourself anymore? What happened, pile 3? Because I feel like initially you were content with that and something happened to change that contentment, and now you're like dissatisfied because you're waiting for someone to come in. But subconsciously you're blocking this person from coming in. You need to figure out why. You need to dig within yourself. Where are you resisting yourself? Where are you not standing up for yourself that is keeping this person from coming in? I don't like doing love readings because I don't think that's, important. I think self-work is what's important. And if you want someone to come in, you have to do the self-work. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck. You're going to stay stuck in the same cycles. You're just going to recycle the same cycles over and over again. As long as you don't do the inner work. And I really feel with the world upside down here, that your focus is on all the wrong places. I feel like you're probably looking at couples and being so jealous and envious of people being in a relationship together, but just because some people are in a relationship together does not mean that they're better off than you are. Some relationships are so out of touch of what it means to be in a relationship that you're better off not being in that relationship to begin with. So I would recommend pile 3 to take off your rose-tinted glasses when it comes to relationships and realize that no one can come in and be a savior in your life. That's never going to happen. You will wait forever for that because that's just not how life works. A relationship is about two individuals coming together as one, right? In a relationship. Living together, being together, spending a lot of time together, discovering life together, whatever it is. It's two becoming one. And the key to a healthy relationship is to be able to stand on your own 2 feet on your own. Don't wait for someone to balance you out, because then whenever that person leaves, you have no balance to fall back on. And ask yourself, why would a person want to choose a relationship where it's not balanced to begin with? Why would they choose to jump into an unbalanced relationship that's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm actually getting out of this, or if I even want to be here. You need to provide this kind of stability for yourself so that if someone wants to come in, they have something to land on instead of just like shifting and being like, how do I not die here? Yeah, so I want to take a look at themes and how to help you heal this, how to move away from this. Where should you place your focus for healing, pile 3? Where should pile 3's focus for healing lie? Okay. Focus for healing for pile 3. Focus for healing. Pile 3. I feel like there's a real disconnect with your own personal power. I feel like you always delegate making decisions. For some of you, not for everyone, but for some of you, you delegate making decisions because you're not comfortable trusting yourself enough to make a decision. All right, so we have Thoth, light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. So connecting with your magic from within, for sure. Connecting with the magic of the universe from within is what I'm hearing for this card here. Accessing your higher knowledge on your own from within. And we also have star gathering. Stars aligned, remembering home, soul family. Absolutely. So understanding that you're not alone and that the people you need in your life will enter once you've reached this stability from inside. That's definite. So whoever you're waiting for is waiting for you to get your shit together, pile 3. And I say this in the most loving possible way. The biggest gift we can give ourselves is to get over ourselves. To get over ourselves in the way that we just don't let our ego control our life anymore. Our soul has to be the one in control, and we connect with our soul from within. I just love this Stargate here. For some of you, Stargate might be like, it's a really old show. Really old. Anyways, so some of you might be interested in looking at that, or that resonates for you in some specific way. I'm not sure how this is going to resonate for all of you individually, but definitely spending time out alone in nature, stargazing, because look at both these cards. This Thoth depiction is full of stars, and you see stars everywhere within, not just within the body, but on the outside as well. And then this is about stargazing. So definitely a need to go within, but also to spend time outside at night, just being under the energy of the stars and just accepting whatever information or gift they're trying to share with you. I feel like when you start opening your eyes up to energy work, this is going to change your reality completely. It's going to flip your world upside down. So a need for energy work. I am going to launch my website this month or next month. I'm not sure yet how it's going to happen, but I do offer Akashic Record healings when that happens, and also personal readings. So we'll see. This should be in the coming weeks. So if you find this video, when you find it, trust that it's time for you to do some inner work. And sometimes it can help to find a healer that goes in the subconscious, not someone who does the work for you. We've already established that you can't fall into that trap, that you have to be the one to provide to you. And the healing that I offer, I become a guide into your own subconscious mind. So that way you get to see all of the wounds that you still carry energetically, vibrationally within. We go find the root cause, the core wound that created either a false belief or whose energy is just still permeating your everyday life. And we go remove that pin in time and space where that wound or that belief was created, so that it's released from your energy. So maybe you want to take a look at that. I will come back and post my website on this reading in the description box when the website is ready to launch. So keep an eye out for that. I think it would be very beneficial for you, pile 3. Okay, so some clarifiers on healing here. How to best heal this transformation for pile 3. Oops. Okay, we're gonna honor that. So, Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? So some of you will get a specific thing from this, and those of you who haven't picked up on it yet, this is inner work. So definitely a need for inner work here. Rama, where are you being called to journey into? And obviously with the stars as well, because I felt the need to put this here. I feel like you might need to go on a galactic journey. I've never said those words, so I don't know what they mean. Maybe for some of you, they have a specific meaning you've already attached to it, or it's gonna work through you and give you an answer that you need. All right, so we also have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? How can you best take care of yourself and nurture your internal world so that it reflects back out into your external world? All right, what else? Okay. So we have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And I'm interested by how, like, this is such luminous in darkness. Luminous energy in darkness, contained in darkness. So even if you are in darkness right now, don't worry about your light. I feel like you need to shine your light where you are in order for you to move forward. You need to accept yourself exactly as you are, as you perceive yourself to be, and go from there. I want to show them, but I also have more cards to put and I'm running out of space. So let's see how creative we can get. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And I feel like this has to do about your external reality. Unplug from what's going on without and plug into what's going on within. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. You guys might want to take a look at pile 2. Because I did mention this as like a cave stone, and what I was getting from it, this was the pile 2 stone, in case you weren't sure. So some of you will need to take a look at pile 2 and how to help navigate this transformation as well. But again, this goes with don't dim to fit in. Share your voice, share your knowledge, find it within, find the answers within, and then share your process with the rest of the world. I feel like there's more to you than even you know and understand. And I feel like when you start doing the inner work, things are going to explode for you in the best possible way. But there needs to be this willingness to do the work within. All right, so I want to take a look at healing mantras that you can tell yourself during... Ooh. I'm going to keep this one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep all 3 of them. I feel like that's just the way things are going to go. I feel like you're going to be thrown a lot of things and you won't necessarily know how to deal with them outright. But allow your intuition to be your guide. We have unhooking the past. And I'm really drawn how this is a book, and it makes me think of the Akashic Records, which was the theme for pile 2 for these cards. So definitely take a look at pile 2 as well, if you were drawn to it, if you're hesitating between piles. Unhooking the past. We have, there is nothing to regret when I learned from my past. Exactly. Your past can't hurt you. It's there to inform you on either missteps that you need to fix, or I don't even like using the word missteps, but like understanding that your path happened the way it happened because it had to happen that way. Because if it hadn't, then you wouldn't be where you are today, which is exactly where you are meant to be. So don't hold your past hostage because it doesn't look the way you would want it to look. All right, uncovering confidence, definitely. I feel like all of my piles are kind of connected because confidence was a theme for pile 1 as well. So maybe if you were drawn to pile 1, you want to take a look at it as well. All right, so I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Absolutely. And you find that piece from within. This has been abundantly clear for you. Transforming tragedy. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. Absolutely. And I feel like this card is connecting to you ridding yourself of old energies, and that comes from doing the inner work, right? So you can mourn, your past self. Because when we go through intense transformation, sometimes one of our biggest resistance is in allowing change to occur from within. You don't need to attach yourself to who you felt you were before. Like that was just the initial part of your journey. We have to shift and transform throughout our lifetime, throughout our journeys, to get where we need to go, to get where we want to go. And we can't do that by staying the same. Because when we choose to evolve and upgrade and work on ourselves and liberate ourselves from the heavy energy we might keep stored within, we're keeping ourselves from transforming into our highest potential. My black cat says hello. Maybe. So I feel like connecting with nature is probably something you need to do. If you have pets, like pets are amazing. They're so smart and they know you. They know you so well. When you give them love and attention, they give it back. So maybe your first step before getting another person involved is to adopt a pet. And I don't say this lightly. Like, adopting a pet is a lifelong commitment. Their lifelong commitment, you know? I have no respect for people who have pets and don't take care of them. I have none, and I will never have any for them. Especially, like, this is a big thing. I don't know why I want to talk about this, but I am. So maybe it has something to do with you. Or maybe this is a past event that, you know, is going to touch you directly, which you haven't processed, or you haven't allowed yourself to process. Whatever the reason, when I feel called to share an experience or a thought like this, it's always for the benefit of the listener. So I was going to say, when it comes to pets, when they reach the end of their life, you were their entire lifetime, you know? And it's the most basic decency to be there for your pet when they pass. I've heard so many stories from vets, from veterinary, I hate saying this word in English, veterinarian, vet, the animal doctor, where, you know, they put down an animal and the owner is nowhere to be found. And that animal just panics and is searching desperately. I'm gonna cry, I'm sorry. This touches me so much because pets, animals, they're so innocent, they're so pure, and they love you unconditionally when you give them love. You know, they're like a kid in that sense. They give you all the love they have when they see it's reciprocated, even when it's not reciprocated. Even if you're an asshole owner, your pet still loves you unconditionally in most cases. So abandoning them at the end of their life is just such selfishness on the part of the owner, and I hate those people with all of my heart, because you are everything to your pet. And you don't even have the decency to show up and be there in their final moments. Like, not just the decency, but the courage, you know? Yeah, it's gonna hurt. So what? Be there. You wouldn't let a human being die alone. Why would you do that to your own pet, to a being whom you profess to love? Why would you have a pet if you don't love them? Okay, so I have no idea why I needed to go on this tangent. I think it's going to touch some of you directly with whatever message you need to hear. So yeah, I'm going to close off this reading with just one last card. What energy needs special care or attention from you during this transformation? What energy needs special care and attention from you, pile 3, during this transformation? What energy requires your care or attention? Pile 3. Yeah, this guy. Okay. All right, so you have Horus. Stability and equilibrium. Definitely take a look at pile 2, because this is the card that came out for that pile as well. I'm really getting about your inner world. Stability and equilibrium from within. Honesty also. Allowing yourself to see the truth, pile 3, for what it is, not for what you would prefer it to be. Yeah, don't keep your head in the sand. So again, pile 1 or pile 2, if either of them resonated for you, go and take a look at them. Or if it's both, it's both, but at least one or the other. And I'm just going to read from the book from Horus. We have, he is represented, if you want to take a picture, sorry. There you go. He is represented as a hawk, or a hawk-headed man. His name means the distant one. I thought for a second there I wasn't on the right page. I don't know why. Okay. The falcon, with its majestic soaring and swooping in the sky. During a confrontation with the god Seth, Horus lost his left eye, which was then healed by the god Thought. The eye, and you have Thought and Horus. So there's something special about this connection here. About this inner knowledge, about this healing knowledge. Because Thought was the one who healed Horus, right? And I can't help but notice how his eye is shining. And that is his left eye. We're not seeing Horus's left eye. So I feel like there's something about feminine energy that needs to be looked at for you. Because feminine energy is like the left side of our body. Okay, the eye was given the name of the Eye of Horus. He embodies universal order and harmony. Put your trust in the god Horus, because everything will turn out fine, as with the albeit painful loss of false friends. On the physical plane, you will be wrapped in harmony. His presence advises you to show more awareness in the way you pay attention to your life. He helps you to transform all things from an inferior to superior level. I wouldn't get too caught up on the words inferior and superior. I feel like that's just ego thinking that things are inferior or superior. I don't know. And I find it interesting that there's a card on loss, and that book talked about, you know, the loss of false friends as a blessing in disguise. So I feel like you need to take an honest look at everything you've perceived was taken away from you. Okay, I have this sentence. What is it? Redirection is God's protection, or the universe's protection, whatever. So be thankful for what you missed, because it wasn't meant for you. What is meant for you will never miss you. Okay? It will always, always, always find you. Okay, so I'm going to leave your reading here, pile 3. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you want, whatever you feel like doing. And thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. And I hope you take care and be gentle with yourself in this transformation process. But hold your ground. Be true to the truth of who you are. Find out what the truth of who you are is. All right, so with all of my love, pile 3, take care, and I hope to see you again in another reading. Bye. Hello and welcome, pile 4, to your reading of Rebirth and Rejuvenation. If you've chosen this green stone and the Tarot of the Divine, this is your reading. So let me just tap into this energy. Okay, I'm already feeling heart activations for sure. So I need to work with your heart chakra, but also your emotional self. I feel definitely needs some attention from you. I feel like your heart feels very hollow because it's not allowed to do its job, which is processing emotions. I feel like you don't allow yourself to feel your emotions. This is your message that you need to breathe through emotions. Deep breathing. Learn about breath work, and especially deep breathing. Get yourself in a place where you can do deep breathing. And from there, allow emotions to surface. The emotions we do not process in the heart chakra are stuffed down into the sacral chakra, where they remain, and not only like in our energy, but in our vibrational field of attraction. So all of those pent-up emotions that you're not allowing yourself to feel affect your life negatively, even if you're not aware of it. Some of you are probably intuitive enough to be like, something's wrong, something is not working here, and this is your answer. Your heart chakra needs some love. Your heart chakra needs to be able to operate the way it was meant to. And as long as you don't allow yourself to open up your heart and process your emotions, you're going to stay stuck. All right, that was your stone's message. Now, let's take a look at the tarot. Current energies for pile 4. All right, so I'm kind of getting like a headache. So for most of you, even though you have very strong intuition, you choose not to listen to it. And probably because your intuition holds the message that you're not listening to your heart, you're not processing your emotions. And you might even be mistaking your intuition for an emotion, which it is not, but it is a feeling from within. So because you maybe just have problems with feelings in general, whatever feels like a feeling is going to be threatening for you. You really need to make peace with your emotional self here and allow yourself to speak your truth. I'm kind of getting throat chakra from this. Allow yourself to connect with the universe. Okay, let's dive into current energies. Yeah, I definitely felt you. Current energies for pile 4. Okay, I'm getting that I need to take a look at this card before continuing to shuffle. We have the 5 of Cups, absolutely. Dissatisfaction, discontent. Not seeing the blessings that you have, instead focusing on what you don't have, what you think you want. With the 5 of Cups. I'm hearing crying over spilt milk. Like your story is not ended. It's not done with 3 cups down. You're on the 5 energy. You're in the energy of change. Just because bad things happened doesn't mean that good things are not on the horizon. They're actually already there waiting for you to just look around and be like, hey, look at this. I have 2 cups. And the 2 of Cups is the energy of love, right? So I feel like you're feeling left out alone in the cold. I'm getting like 5 of Pentacles too. Left out alone in the cold, and you're not taking heed of the blessings you have. You're choosing to ignore this, to wallow in self-pity for some of you. I'm getting a sense of victim mentality from this card, which is not an easy energy to acknowledge that we're in. Okay, I'm just getting this card too. Give me a second. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, this one too. Yeah, that was obvious. Why didn't I just take it? Okay. See, I feel like you're really harsh on yourself. Just listen to what I just said. Like, why didn't you notice that this one wanted to be taken too? Like, that's just rude of yourself, first off. That's rude of me to me. That's not loving. That's focusing on the misery instead of focusing on the positive energy, the love that we want to have. Okay, let's keep shuffling while I pick up on these energies. Let's just get your cards out. And this one too. Okay, let's take a look. So, your bottom of the deck energy is the Fool in reverse. Yeah, you're blocking your blessings from coming in by focusing on all the negative. Fools in reverse. Fools. I don't know why I said that with an S there. Plural. Maybe you and another person. I was going to say a guy. So maybe for you that's specific. Some of you that's specific that it's a man that we're talking about here. But maybe some of you are trying to get this new beginning with this person and you're just blocking your own blessings because you're focusing on all the wrong things. Okay, what else do we have? We have the 2... I can't believe this. The 2 of Cups that you're not focusing on. You're still not focusing on because you're looking away from it. So some of you, this is talking about a romantic relationship, and for some of you, most of you, probably it's going to be a guy, regardless of your own personal gender. I feel like you're refusing to be vulnerable with this person because you've been too hurt in the past and you don't know how to allow yourself to be vulnerable again. Know that the person intended for you will be able to meet you halfway exactly where you are. So stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being your own worst inner critic. That's what I was getting when I was, giving myself shit because I couldn't pull out the card that I didn't know I wanted to pull until after. So give yourself a chance, pile 4. I feel like you're really, really hard on yourself. And because you're hard on yourself, it's keeping you stuck in this energy of dissatisfaction, of despair. Of despair that you're never going to meet your match. You will, but you're just not letting yourself get there emotionally. If you're not emotionally open and vulnerable, nobody can step in. Especially not the right person. Because they don't even know that the door is open. They probably don't even know that there is a door. Which is probably, it's true for some of you. But for those of you who really got caught with this energy of the 2 of Cups within the 5 of Cups card, for you specifically, it was about a guy. And, maybe some of you are men who are wanting another man. And, in some backwards parts of the world, like that's illegal still. Or, Don't keep yourself from feeling the love that you feel because you fear the reaction of people around you. Don't do that to yourself, Balfour. That's what's keeping you, specifically this situation, that's keeping you in this energy of despair, is because you are choosing to refuse yourself the love that you feel when really you shouldn't. Because this relationship is not only going to be blessed, it's going to be protected. It might be difficult. You know, life has its challenges for sure. But I think in your specific situation, it's going to be so worthwhile and liberating and empowering. So trust your inner guidance, pile 4. And allow yourself to open up your emotions. Feel the strength of your own emotions as your own barrier. Don't let your emotions overwhelm you, but allow them to show you the truth of who you are and what you want. Don't fight yourself over a perceived slight, which it's not, you know. I feel like external validation is something you struggle with, like you feel you need. You don't. You need your own personal validation, love, and support, and that's it. That's all you need. You don't need anything from the external world. You just need to give it to yourself from within. All right, now we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. So you're not taking time to rest and just be with yourself. I feel like you need to go within, absolutely, but you need to take a break from being your own worst enemy. Choose to remove this sword from your own mouth. Speak your truth, pile 4. Speak your truth. As long as you keep yourself from speaking your truth, you're going to stay miserable and trapped. You will not be able to rest as long as you do not admit to yourself your own truth. And I feel like rest is something you really, really need to recuperate from like these emotional blows that either you keep dealing to yourself. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. I feel like your perception of the outside world is tainting how you choose to view yourself in like a bad way. Choose to embrace kindness. Choose to embrace love in general, not necessarily towards one specific person, but choose love as your energy instead of despair. We also have 2 of Wands. Yeah, this is a decision only you can make for yourself. You choose. Whatever side you choose to go, you choose. It's on you. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. Don't let other people make you believe that you're not the master of your own reality, that you can't possibly do this or you can't possibly do that. Like, no, screw them. You can do whatever you set your mind to. But you have to give yourself the chance to try. You have to give yourself the chance to try, pile 4. Even if you fail, so fucking what? Some of us have been brought up to believe that, you know, you have to be perfect in everything that you do, and that's such complete bullshit. Put that thought, put that belief in the garbage where it belongs, because it's trash. We do not need to be perfect in everything we do. And I'm gonna be upfront. Most homosexuals have this need to prove that they are worthy, that they're better, like that they're worthy. Like, I have some gay cousins and they are the biggest overachievers I have ever known. And their counterparts, their partners as well. Like, especially I think for male homosexuals, I think that there's this notion that because, or you know, this backward old fucking useless belief of like, well, you're less than a man because you want another man or something like that. I'm not really sure what I'm picking up here. But this belief that because you love other men, you're less than, it's fucking bullshit. Pile 4, I'm telling you straight up. Don't listen to that noise. Don't listen to that nonsense. Love is love, regardless of what form it takes. And love is such a pure energy. Allow yourself to feel it for whoever you feel it for. You know? I feel like crying for you, pile 4. I feel like you've been your own worst enemy in regards to this situation, and I feel like a lot of it is in your own mind. I feel like it's your fear that's keeping you from moving forward with this. And like, I understand, especially if you're like in the United States or another really backwards country where like you can't just be yourself. Like, you have to be an appearance of something that is like perceived for being valuable or whatever. Like, there's such this culture of bullshit, especially in the United States. where it's like vanity and appearances are worshipped, and substance and truth are just, and lies are worshipped, and then substance and truth is just discarded as undesirable. But, you know, lies, bullshit, and appearances have no substance. They have zero value. Truth and substance, personal character, that's where you find value. So this is your choice, pile 4. Do you want to be a lying appearance, or do you want to be a substantial truth? One of them is going to benefit you and the other is not. And this is a choice that you have to make for yourself. No one can do it for you. You are the only one who holds the key. Or the stick to beat yourself up with it. But I think you're done with it. You would want to be done with this energy. So your choice is the key of liberation, self-liberation here. And this is true of whoever's watching this pile, whether you're a male homosexual or not. I am not. And yet I still know that some of this applies to me in my perception of things. Right? How we choose to see things is how we choose to believe them to be. So make sure that your eyes do not deceive your beliefs. Your inner world is more important than your external world. The Queen of Swords, yeah, cut out the bullshit that you are giving yourself. Be clear, be sovereign in who you are, in the truth of who you are. The Queen of Swords is all about the truth. It's about justice. The Queen of Swords is about zero bullshit. It's about personal accountability. The Queen of Swords knows her worth and is not afraid to let people see it. With this trail of destruction and gore. Ideally, you leave less heads behind you. But, you know, tap into this empowered energy of can, of am, of personal power. Pile 4. And finally, we have the King of Wands. Be the master manifester of your own reality. You are the one in control. You are the one who has the power. You are the one who has to face the choice and make the right decision. What the right decision is for you will be personal to your specific circumstances, of course. But the overall energy here is to value and honor your true self. And to not let anyone bring you down because they're different from you. Who cares? You be you. You're the only person who can be you. No one else can be you for you. So grace the world with you. We need you. The world needs the beauty of who you are. You need to embrace the beauty of who you are, the powerhouse. The powerhouse that you are. Are you kidding me? Your current energy holds the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. This is a bad bitch. This is a don't fuck with me motherfucker type of energy. I don't know why I'm shushing this. Like, I don't know. I don't like swearing on camera. But this is the truth of your essence. Your pure, strong, feminine energy and your powerful manifester, masculine energy. This is true of you. Because every single human being carries feminine and masculine energy. It's not about gender, it's about the energies within. And this is your internal energy, and you're choosing not to see it. You're choosing to focus on what you don't have instead of embracing the truth of who you are, the truth of what you do have, the power within. I'm rooting for you, pile 4. I understand what it is to be ostracized because you're different. Because people don't get you. Because you're scared that they won't get you if you give them a chance. I get that. But you have to stand on your own 2 feet and make the choices that most benefit you for your own sake. Stop people pleasing. Stop putting other people in front of you as though they're more important or they have more value. They don't. Every single human being is equal. Start from there and embody that truth. Unblock your powerful new beginning. Turn this fool upside down. Choose to give a chance to the world. I hope that didn't cut out because there were breasts on there. I think there's some new YouTube rules, I'm not sure, but I don't think my channel is big enough for it to matter. I don't know how it works. Anyways, yeah, so I want to take a look at a main theme for healing, like where to place your focus for healing this tough situation. How to best focus or navigate these energies. For pile 4, please, Spirit. How to best navigate these energies for pile 4. My cat just got the zoomies, so maybe physical activity, being okay within your own body, reconnecting with your body is probably something you need to do here. Ooh. All right, so we have inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations, absolutely. Reconnecting with your roots, reconnecting with your true essence, with the golden vault waiting for you within. Absolutely. That's so powerful. Your inner truth is what will light the way, light the path for you to follow, pile 4. Heart of source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. Exactly. This is exactly what I was picking up here. And I love that we have unconditional acceptance and that we have all-encompassing love here for you, because love is clearly a theme. And this can, if it's not about another person, if it's just about you, then it's about self-love. Giving yourself the love that you need, that you want from your outside reality. You have to give it to yourself first before anyone can give it back to you. As long as your vibration is not a match to this energy, you cannot access it. So you have to shift internally so that the external world can shift with you. And some clarifiers for healing, please. Focus for healing. Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So some of you might be light workers, that you're trying to figure out your path on how to best be the one to spread love. So I have this guy. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan, absolutely. I feel like the laying foundations is the important part here. Laying new foundations that represents the truth of who you are, absolutely. Also getting this card. So, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing from within. Absolutely. This is beautiful energy for you, pile 4. To know that these energies are there to assist you is going to be especially helpful. I'm going to put it right here. Transform into these energies. Accept them as who you are and use them to your own benefit. Allow yourself to become the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands within one being, because you have that potential clearly, but you need to love and trust yourself. And there's another card, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Absolutely. In love, in loving yourself. Definitely. In giving yourself permission to be yourself. Okay, so now I want to take a look at healing mantras. What can you say to yourself to help yourself process and move through this energy? Okay, one more card. All right, so I think this one needs to be told. First, overcoming fear. I will transcend every loss. And loss here is subjective. I feel like we take things personally in situations that we really should not. What was this? Overcoming fear. Yeah, we keep ourselves small and stuck because we fear that what we have is the best we're going to have. We don't trust that something better can come in. So instead of being in that energy, allow for whatever needs to leave you to leave. Don't hold anyone or anything back, okay? Because when that energy leaves you, it leaves room for something better to come in and take its place. Always. It will always, 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 always be something better when you do the inner work. When you work on yourself, when you work on loving yourself and accepting yourself unconditionally. Exactly as you are, exactly where you are currently in your life. You don't need to be further. Believing that there exists a further is stupid. I don't mean to say you're stupid, that's not what I mean. But we only ever have the present moment is what I'm trying to say. So thinking that we need to be further ahead is just ego thinking. Because the truth is, we are exactly where we need to be right now. Because life is divinely orchestrated. So if you want to stay stuck, you can. If you want to change, you also can. Like I said, it is a choice that you need to make. And the best way for you to make this choice is by inviting in ecstasy. And what I got from this card was basically just love. You get ecstasy from joy, from happiness, right? So by allowing yourself to have those energies, to feel those energies of love, and giving them to the other people around you who are asking for your love, paying attention to those you love and those who love you. Being in this energy is what's going to allow change to occur. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. Yeah, it can be sexual, it can be any kind of pleasure. Being in the energy of joy is what brings about the most powerful transformations. And I get how that can be hard to get to when you're feeling stuck in this Five of Cups energy. But allow yourself to come back to the truth of who you are. And that, following your intuition, is also going to help you get all of your heart's desires. And I'm feeling myself burping a lot. So I feel like you are the first person to express why you can't have what you want. And I want you to know, I need you to know, pile 4, that it's bullshit. You absolutely can have what you want. You need to cut your own bullshit with the Queen of Swords energy. And be open to receiving, to the possibility of being wrong, to the possibility of receiving more than you could ever imagine. Be open. Be vulnerable, pile 4, with yourself, for starters. And then you will feel with who it is safe to be vulnerable. I'm also getting this one card, so let's just take it. Polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. Absolutely. Allow your heart, that's exactly the message your stone was carrying. Allow your heart to work the way it was intended to. All right, so I want to close off this reading with one final card of what energy needs special care or attention from pile 4 in this process of transformation. What energy? Okay, fine. That was easy. It can be that easy, pile 4. It just falls into your lap. Anyways, we have Nefertum, completeness. Completeness from within, rebalancing from within. Absolutely. And I'm just going to read this from the book, as I've been guided for everyone. Okay, we said 36. No. All right, so I'm just going to hold it up for you to take a picture. We have, his name means perfect without equal. He is the god of perfumes who relieves suffering and also the god of immortality. He is represented as a young boy dressed in a simple skirt with a lotus flower on his head, a symbol of birth and regeneration. And this is for our reading of Rebirth and Rejuvenation. So talk about on point. And for this reason, he is the deity of sweet smells. He represents the complete fusion with the universe, the ultimate success, the completeness, the triumph in initiatives, the fullness of one's own energies. This could not be more accurate if I wanted it to. This is exactly your message, pile 4. Follow the heavenly directions and you will have the right reward and the right place in a higher spiritual hierarchy. Remember that the initiate is the one who carries the seed of light within him. Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to leave your reading here, pile 4. I don't need to add anything. That card was like spot on for what you needed to hear. So I wish you the best of successes with your transformation, pile 4. I know this can be tough. I know. So if you feel the need to reach out in the comments to explain your situation, if you want some further guidance or just some love, whatever you need, feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever you need to do, whatever you feel called to. And I'm wishing you the best of luck, pile 4. Take care, and I hope to see you again in my readings. Bye-bye.